Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, look, what I want to talk about today in this video is I want to dispel a myth, and it's a training myth, and this myth is the myth of muscle confusion. And and the reason why I bring this up is because I was going through Instagram last night, and I like to look at other trainers and see what they do and stuff like that, especially the ones that are training, some of the more popular bodybuilders and stuff. And I do a lot of research, and I've always done that, and that comes from basically probably my strength conditioning background, because you need to know the sciences behind it. And one of my goals is to take what I know as far as strength conditioning and bring it over to the bodybuilding world. And don't get me wrong, I've been bodybuilding forever, but I've also been a strength conditioning coach and in strength conditioning field for over 20 years as well. So the knowledge is behind me. And so one of the things I was going through last night on Instagram, and this is a trainer, there's a few trainers, and I'm not gonna say anybody's name or anything like that, because that just wouldn't be cool. And he trains a lot of the more popular bodybuilders, or at least a few of them. And so I was going through it, and so one of the questions to him was, what is the best method of training? And he said muscle confusion. Okay, and that kind of blew me away. And because I want to say right now, I don't know what he thinks muscle confusion is, but if it's the Weider principle of muscle confusion, okay, there's no such thing as muscle confusion. I'm going to lay that out there right now. Okay, and muscle confusion is basically, going into the gym and doing a variety of exercises, and then changing it up the next time you do it, and the next exercise, changing your exercises up all the time. Okay, and so when you change exercises up all the time like that, your body, your muscles cannot adapt to the stimulus that it needs to grow. And really the only way that a muscle grows, right, is through, I'm not going to say the only way, but the major way, the way we know it, is through progressive overload. Okay? And that progressive overload is just basically, if I'm doing 135, I'm going to go to 185. Say on a squat, if I start at 135, I'm going to go to 185. Then I'll go to 225, so on and so forth. That is stimulating growth right there, okay? But if I come in and decide I'm not going to do this today, I'm not going to squat today, and I'm not going to squat for a week or two, then I'm going to come back in and squat, or I'm going to do something else instead of squat or bench or something like that, right? Your muscles can't adapt to that. They cannot, okay? And the whole idea is to stimulate growth for bodybuilding and for hypertrophy in general. So when we do that, there are many ways to confuse the muscle, okay, if you want to go ahead and use that terminology, right? We can confuse the muscle. We can, again, through progressive overload. I'm doing 225 on the squat, and I go to 245, my muscle doesn't know what's going on. It's just going to respond to it. It's going to respond to that extra weight being added, right? And it's going to force me to do more than what I did before for the previous set, so on and so forth. Okay, same with sets. Same with reps, right? Changing your rep scheme is going to stimulate growth, right? Or confuse the muscle, right? But changing exercises up all the time, in my opinion and in my research, does not constitute muscle growth. If you're going in just to change your workout up because you're bored of the same workout, well, you know what? That's too bad. That's things you have to do. Your muscles, your body has to adapt to one modality of training And then when you exhaust that modality of training, meaning your sets and your reps and, you know, and things like that, then you can go ahead and make that change. But you make minute changes. You know, for example, if I'm going to go ahead and, you know, if I'm going to do incline barbell press, you know, I may change that up one day and do an incline dumbbell press, right? I don't barbell press anymore, but I'll dumbbell press, right? So it's things like that. It's little changes like that. I'm not going to go in there and change my entire routine every time I go in and train, okay? Because then it just, one other thing too is I keep track of my progress, and you should too, because one of the things that this muscle confusion thing does, say it's real, right? You go in, you're doing a variety of exercises. You can walk in the gym all the time. You're doing a variety of exercises, right? How do you keep track of your progress? Let's say in strength training, if you do something like that, how do you keep track of your progress when it comes to your percentages? In bodybuilding, how do you keep that stimulus going if you're constantly changing it? Muscles don't get confused, okay? They don't have little brains, okay? They don't know the difference between, you know, a fucking concentration curl or a standing bicep curl, okay? So I'm going to put this to rest right now, and you know, and you know, the trainer, he's a good guy. He's obviously a good trainer. He's got some, you know, he's got some guys under him, but you know, and this is for a lot of guys out there who are training gurus, right? And again, one of the things that I bring over from, you know, even though I've been in bodybuilding for over 40 years, I've also been in the sciences of strength conditioning with, you know, with a variety of NFL athletes, college athletes, and so on and so forth. And not just in the weight room, but on the field as well when it comes to speed. And even when we do our speed, it is progressive overload. I don't change things all the time, because if I keep changing things around all the time, they're going to get used to it. And, you know, I'm sorry, they're not going to get used to it. And so you want them to adapt to one particular thing before you move on, or one particular exercise or movement or whatever, before you move on to another one. And it's just a variety, just little minute changes that need to be made. If I'm going to squat, right? If I come down and I do a pause squat, right? I'm stimulating again, right? What am I doing to my muscle? Am I confusing it? Okay, well, you want to call it muscle confusion? Call it muscle confusion. But it's not. It's not muscle confusion. It's just another stimulus, another way of stimulating the muscle and the muscles to grow. Developing hypertrophy, developing power, developing strength. Yes, there is a difference between power and strength. Okay, so these are things that I want to dispel as far as muscle confusion, because when I put it up on my Instagram last night, I got a lot of pushback on it, and I needed to explain that. And it originated from way back in the day. It's an old Weider principle, and people still use it. Now, he's got a lot of good principles in there, okay? But this is the muscle confusion thing. It's a catchphrase for personal trainers to use. Hey, we're going to come in, we're going to make you, you know, we're going to get you in shape. We're going to be doing muscle confusion. It's like, you know what? It's a great marketing gimmick, right? And it sounds great. PX90, I think, used muscle confusion in all their you know, in all their ads and stuff like that, which was total bullshit. Anyway, so look, that's what I wanted to say. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'd love to hear from you. DM me on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it. It is the MPF channel. And again, man, look forward to hearing from you again. And you guys have a great day.